Here we go. All right, everyone. Welcome to Wellness Education for our Essential Island Living team. And we are talking about women's health and hormones. So on a scale, and you may have done this class before, but on a scale of 1 to 10, 1, no unwanted symptoms, 10, just a little out of control for you. How is your monthly cycle? And just kind of think about that. If you're peri or postmenopausal, how are your symptoms? So are there areas of hormone balance that are difficult for you? And just kind of look through this and think about it. I know for me, I turned 41 in March, and you know, my sister kind of warned me. She's like, once you hit your 40s, you'll start to see a little bit of changes happening. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. We're 10 years apart. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. And she was right. Yeah, for me, I definitely saw those changes starting to happen. So the female reproductive system includes our ovaries, fallopian tubes, uterus, cervix, extragenitalia, and breasts, and work closely with other symptoms, especially the endocrine system. The endocrine system we'll get more into. It's made up of glands, and it's a little more complex. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. Ovaries secrete estrogen and progesterone, which are crucial for fertility, but also play a key role in a woman's emotional and physical health. Nutrition and hydration, I'm going to say it again, nutrition and hydration directly impact the production of these hormones. I didn't think of that. I mean, I knew nutrition, of course. We always want to feed our body good things, just overall, right? We always want to pick the healthier choice. We always want to eat the colors of the rainbow. And of course we know hydration, right? But do we really know how much water we should be drinking? Someone told me you need to drink half of your weight in ounces. So let's say you're 120 pounds. You need to have 60 ounces of water in your day. So that's how much hydration that we need. Recommended products, of course, no surprise, right? It's our Lifelong Vitality Pack, which is doTERRA's #1 product. Hopefully, I know you guys are, of course, all members in order to be on this class for continuing ed. So hopefully, you all are on this lifelong vitality pack. It's really the foundation of our health. Foundation nutrition for optimum hormone balance and energy levels, packed with nature's most powerful antioxidants, anti-inflammatories, and energy cofactors. And we'll get into that a little bit more. The energy level thing really resonates with me. When we were on lockdown, where everything shut down in March, my husband was doing kind of a weird rotating schedule for work, and I was completely not working. And we kind of fell off a routine. And so one day he was just like sluggish all day. And I was like, Chris, aren't you gonna, do the yard or things that he was talking about? And he was just like, I feel so out of it. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, we didn't sleep late. We tried to keep the same routine, but really he was forgetting to take his LLV. So for him, that whole energy level thing was a big deal when he missed taking his LLV. Bone nutrient. So I don't know if any of you are on this. I just started taking this because my oil bestie, Kate Welsh, was really like, everyone needs to be on this. Everyone needs to be on this. So I said, okay, I better order it. It sounds really great. So bioavailable nutrition for men and women, necessary for bone integrity, strength, and overall health. I didn't know, or it didn't dawn on me, that men could take it, or men should take it. Important for those with weak or fragile bones, bone fractures, and growing individuals. I don't know, and maybe someone does, and you can put it in the chat, what age for children, maybe this is, should be taken. And the reason why I say that is I have an 11-year-old boy who just the beginning part of puberty that's happening. And this is something that I was thinking about. Maybe it's something to get him started on, but I don't know the start age for this. So if anyone knows, put it in the chat. I'm going to take a pause after the next slide, and then we can talk a little bit. So the next thing we want to talk about is the phytoestrogen complex. For me, I wasn't taking this either, and Liza suggested this, my other oily bestie, and I was telling her, gosh, my moods are crazy. Like, I don't know, like I hit 40 and I'm just like so irritated, and the PMS is just crazy and all the things. And she was just like, you might want to start taking phytoestrogen. And it's a natural form of estrogen like therapy, though not actually estrogen. Assists to balance not only a deficiency, but also any excess of harmful estrogen metabolites, minimizes unwanted symptoms associated with the menstrual cycle, which obviously that's me, contains genistein, I want to say, I'm not even sure how you pronounce that. Fermented soy extract that promotes healthy breast tissue and brings balance to hormones in both men and women. Again, another thing I didn't know, that men can also take this. I often just think women when I see these supplements. So I am going to stop my share and let's talk a little bit. Anything in the chat? Oh, hi, Cody boy. Yes. Yes, 47 and done with menopause. This is from Jennifer. Hot flashes, no sleep. I don't want to kill anyone yet, so I have that going for me. Okay, so Jennifer, are you taking the phytoestrogen? Is that what you started on? You can answer or put it in the chat. Jan said hot flashes on bone nutrient. Okay, Nicole just started it also. Yeah. Jessica said she's using Phyto to help support me when weaning. Oh, good, good, good. Yeah. Oh, your mic isn't working, Jennifer. Okay, yes. It's lessened your hot flashes. Oh, that's good to know. Because I feel like I'm perimenopausal, but I haven't gotten the hot flash thing yet. But my moods can be a little crazy. Oh, Tanya said it's been God sent. Is it the phytoestrogen? I'm going to guess it is. Ray says, I'm on bone nutrient, phytoestrogen, and of course the LLV. Tame my hot flashes for sure. Oh, super good to know. Okay. Thanks, guys. This is awesome. Okay, let's, yep, no more hot flashes. Yes to Phyto. ClariCalm helps with hot flashes too. Yes, we're going to get into that next. So I'm going to go back and share. Oops. Sorry, where did the screen go? There we are. Okay. We are going to go back into our presentation. Rose, the queen of oils. This is like okay, On Guard's my favorite oil, but this is like my second favorite oil. Well, there's many favorites. Okay, anyways, we're going to apply over our heart for emotional balance, boosts libido, promotes openness and confidence, apply to lower abdomen, relief from menstrual discomfort, which I didn't know because I'm a like go hard, deep blue kind of girl. Promote regular ovulation. So that's really good to know. I fell in love with Rose because I loved applying it over my heart for that emotional balance. And of course, I loved it for my skin. So I would be always rolling it on my skin, but I didn't know all these other things. ClariCalm. So this is what Jennifer was talking about. Apply daily to abdomen to aid with heavy periods, PMS, cramps, hot flashes, and mood swings. Yes, so when I'm gonna start my cycle and the first 3 days of my cycle, I go heavy with Clary Calm and Deep Blue because I really like the heat. So Clary Calm is a blend, and here you see there's Roman chamomile, ylang ylang, geranium, lavender, bergamot, cedarwood, and clary sage. I don't mind the smell. In the beginning I did. I'm not really fond of ylang ylang. I don't like that oil, but it's grown on me. So that's why I use this. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but I don't like to rub it on my wrist. I only the tummy area. That's how I use it, and I kind of cover it up with Deep Blue. So here we go into the endocrine system. This is, it's kind of a complex system, and the next slide will show us a little bit more in detail. So directly involved in the growth and development, metabolism, nutrient regulation, and overall homeostasis. It's a system of glands that produce and send hormones to targeted organs and tissues via the circulatory system. Essential oils can be very beneficial since they are circulated in the same way and profoundly benefit the cells they encounter in the process. So here are the suggestions that they're giving us. Care for your liver. This is what they're suggesting. Of course, a lot of water, your lemon oil or Slim and Sassy, and Zendocrine. Zendocrine is kind of like that main supplement and oil specifically for liver. Geranium is another one, especially in infants. Care for your pancreas. So again, we're going to do the Slim and Sassy soft gels. Daily support your metabolism, and it regulates blood sugar, releases excess water. Care for your adrenals. This is really important. The adrenals sit on top of the kidneys, and we really want to care for these adrenals. When we get really stressed out, that's when our adrenals become depleted. So Magnolia is the oil that they recommend. 2 capsules of Mito 2 Max twice daily or as needed. Care for your thyroid. It's not a life sentence. Oops, I'm sorry. It says it's not a life sentence. Habits are critically important. Check your nutrition, your stress level, and your water supply. So clove, myrrh, frankincense, and lemongrass is what they're recommending for your thyroid. And fill the rest with fractionated coconut oil. So anyone who has some thyroid issues, this might be a blend that you want to try. Let's actually go into the next slide, and then we'll stop for a quick talk. So here we are again. This is where they really break down the endocrine system. So it's directly involved in the growth and development, metabolism, nutrient regulation, and overall homeostasis. That's exactly what it said on the last slide. A system of glands that produce and send hormones to targeted organs, tissues via the circulatory system. And then, of course, the essential oils that we mentioned on the last slide can be very beneficial. Just to break just a few things down a little bit, like the pineal gland, this is often referred to as the third eye, which it sits right in the back of the brain, that little area, and it's not clear really on what that gland does. It's very small, pea-shaped, but they believe that it produces and regulates some of the hormones, including melatonin. So how we get that more restful sleep. Also, I was reading, because they do a lot of temperature checks now, and it's all to the head, that over time, that can affect the pineal gland. So for me, I take the temperature on my patients, and I do their forearm or their wrist, and I get the same reading, just about maybe a 0.1 or 2 off. So that's the pineal gland. The hypothalamus, I'm just going to go into a few of these, maintains the homeostasis of the body. It's it's linked between the nervous and endocrine system. That's the hypothalamus, that little area there. Thyroid gland, we talked about that a little bit, uses iodine from food to make two thyroid hormones that regulate the way the body uses energy. The parathyroid glands are 4 tiny glands in this area, located behind the thyroid gland, and it helps to control the amount of calcium in the blood. And just one more I wanted to talk about is the thymus. It's right here, is a lymphoid organ of the immune system. So it produces T cells that supports the function of our immune system, the way we fight things off. But actually the thymus is totally gone. It disappears by the age of 65. So I'm gonna stop my share and just see if we have anything in the chat. Okay, Jan was saying it is so important to not only take it daily, but to take it in the same time in the day whenever you take your supplements. I think she's talking about the Phyto. Jennifer says, I think Jennifer is talking about.
No, it's actually.
Oh, sorry, Jan, go ahead.
No. I was just mentioning because it happens to me. So like, you know, sometimes when you take your vitamins, like for me, I take it in the morning after I eat breakfast, and then I take the rest like at lunch. So lately I've been like lagging where I would take it midday, like mid-morning, and then I went later in the afternoon. So I noticed like my flashes was happening. So I thought, that's interesting. And then when I go back into my routine regularly, like the same time, I notice that there's no flashes. So I don't know, for me, I think it's important for me to keep that same routine, the same time in the morning and same time at lunch whenever I take mine. So I don't know if that would help anybody else, but that kind of helps me. So
thanks. Yeah. That makes total sense. Thank you. And then there's just a bunch of chat of how people don't like ylang ylang, but Ray does. Ray loves it. Okay, Nicole shared, I was able to get off thyroid meds with using those oils in the roller. Oh, that's so awesome, Nicole. I love hearing that. And then Tanya's asking, could we use Slim and Sassy and endocrine oil instead of the soft gels? Oh, the Zendocrine oil. Slim and Sassy and the Zendocrine instead of I don't see why not. I don't truly know that answer, but I don't see why not, Tanya. You might want to put it in the search feature in our Facebook group just to see what pops up, but I don't see why not. Because I believe that oil, if you read the back, there's supplemental facts where we know that we can take it internally. Okay, let's go back. Okay, oh, hold on, one more. Jessica said, I just tried these new pads from Honey Pot that have herbs in them. I'm wondering if I could make our own too. Huh. I don't know. That sounds pretty interesting though. I guess you could. Let us know how that works out. Yeah. Okay. We are getting started once again. There we go. So let's move on. Okay, so care for your liver. They're gonna just break it down. Lots of water, lemons, Limasassy, and the Zendocrine soft gels. There is a thing in our Facebook group I do wanna say, because there's the Zendocrine soft gels and the Zendocrine, the other supplement. I can't even, complex, I think that's the name of it. And they compare it, Liza has a graphic, and they compare side by side on what the difference is. So go take a look at that in our Facebook group to know the similarities and the differences on what you might want to use for yourself. So care for the pancreas, Slim and Sassy. Here you go. I never thought about that, but I do take Slim and Sassy. I like it. I like to actually put the oil in my tea. Care for your adrenals, Mito 2 Max. This is something that I love. I take Mito 2 Max every day. I feel like I need it. I need it to get through my day, then come home and be a mom, get, through everything with my boys and everything. I really like Mito 2 Max a lot. And I don't feel that crash. Sometimes when you take like an energy booster, you hit that crash in the afternoon, and I don't feel that. Care for your thyroid. This is what Nicole was talking about. You can do 10 drops of each and fill the rest with coconut oil and rub it on your thyroid area 3 times a day. And this is a sample wellness box. And I really like this. I've ordered this before. So this can be on your LRP, of course, and you get the women's health kit like this for $69.50. And then if you wanted to, you can add on the rose. And then you would hit the 125 PV and you would get the free product of the month. And I wanted to include this slide because the convention kit is still available if you wanted to get it. The Dawn is sold out, but I believe the other 2 diffusers are available. So you could do that as an add-on, along with the Together Roller, the Relief and Wellness LRP kit, or this will be a series of LRP kits. And this is our Immunity Wellness Kit. So if you weren't on the call on Wednesday, Liza briefly talked about these kits. So one kit is included, and the relief and the immunity you can add on, but it will be a series of 90 days. So like you opt in this month, and then the next month you would get option 2 of the wellness kit, the relief and wellness kit. And then you would get the third month, you would get the next, I don't want to say option, you would get the 3rd kit. And it's really just a series to help support you the best with relief and wellness or immunity. And then that series is done. The nice thing is that you're able, how LLV is, you're able to tack on items, which makes it really user-friendly. So you can get your immunity kit and you can tack on a couple things. So they made it really nice and simple, I feel. I think this might be the end. Yes, we're gonna talk about building a little bit. So let's stop and then we can talk a little bit. And just go ahead and unmute yourself if you guys have anything to share. Anyone? All right.
Ron, can you hear me?
Yes.
It's Julie. I wanted to ask you how you take your Mito 2 Max. I love my coffee in the morning, but in the back of the bottle, it says not to take it when you are having coffee. So how do you break up the serving? She says 2 cups a day. So how do you break up
You're
your
breaking.
Mito 2 Max for that energy throughout the day?
You broke up towards the end, but I think I heard you most of it, Julie. So I love coffee. Like I really love coffee in the morning. So I still have my cup of coffee. I'll take Mito 2 Max for me kind of midday. So around, I want to say 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. That's just the way I like to do it. That's usually when I have a short break in between patients and I can go grab a quick snack. And so I'll eat like a yogurt and I'll take my Mito 2 Max, because then we don't have lunch until 1. So I feel like for me, that's a nice little part of my day that I can take it. My husband does it differently. Like he'll take it as a pre-workout. So like if he goes and works out on his lunch break at 12, he'll take it like maybe 20 minutes before that. And that's the way he likes to take it. Yeah, it doesn't really affect me, because I do have coffee in the morning around 7 o'clock. So that just seems to work best for me.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else? Questions? Or just want to share? All right, guys. Well, there's a lot of good chat that we had today. If you haven't tried the products that we talked about, I would say definitely try it and get on some type of support for our bodies that are ever changing. Like I said, I wasn't a big fan of Claricom, but it's definitely helped me a lot. And the Phyto, and I just started the bone nutrient last month. So I mean, I tried it before, but I never stuck with the bone nutrient. I don't know what it was. I felt like I was just taking a lot of supplements and maybe I just jumped off. But I've noticed a big difference for myself. Tani, want to share anything?
No, but I definitely want to add the bone nutrients and phytoestrogen to my thing. But the Clary Calm has been my lifesaver. I can't say enough about that. And it's interesting, even though I've had a hysterectomy at age 39 a couple years ago, I still use it all the time. I feel like I can tell I have like a hormone surge. But that Clary Calm is something I highly recommend to everybody. And I've even started my daughter, who's 10, who I can see is going into puberty. I've started her on it. And so I feel like it's good for any age. And the weird thing is, too, I have a girlfriend whose husband really likes it. And it's kind of funny. At first, I was like, what? He really likes it for calming. And, just like we're talking about for the men, for all the different things, he actually loves it and uses it, too. So it's kind of cute. They both use the oil. And so going back to kind of forgetting about men, I think sometimes we don't think about their hormone things too, but that's, for them that they use it. But yeah, the Clary Calm is amazing. I apply it to my stomach. I'm a little different. I love the smell of it. I mean, it's strong, but I apply it to my wrist and the back of my neck. And then when I used to carry my cramps in the back of my my lower back, I'd always apply it to my lower back. But that was a lifesaver. I feel like every female should have that. And I love that you can use it to support you at anywhere, wherever you're at in your cycle or menopause or anything. But for someone who's had really, really bad periods her whole life, that oil has been a godsend to me. So.
Thanks, Tani. I know you had a really great testimony, so I wanted you to share that. If anyone else wants to share, go ahead. If not, we are going to jump into the biz portion. If you want to stay on, great. If you're already diving into your business, you can listen to me again. All right, so this is our biz portion, and we're going to dive into this. And so there's 3 types of people. You can live the wellness lifestyle, you can share and get your products paid for, or you can build. And that's what most of us do, I feel, that's on this call. Some of you might be just starting out and being sharers, and that's absolutely awesome too. You're just sharing casually with family and friends, and you're gonna get a small kickback, and that will help take care of your order. But if you really want to build and earn an income to either replace your income or supplement your income, then this is really a great opportunity, I feel. doTERRA has changed my life as a builder, and I absolutely love it. I can pull back from hygiene a little bit and even talk about going part-time so I can dive into my doTERRA business. So let's just let's move on and talk a little bit about that. So where are you? Traditional job, yes, that's me. Trading hours for dollars, limit on advancement and earnings, limited time freedom, building another person's dream. Authentic direct sales, this is what we want, right? True residual income, no limits on advancement and earnings, freedom to choose your schedule, and building your dream. And that's, I know for me, that's really what I want. And I'm starting to see this shift in my life, and I love it. I love being able to give up my Fridays and homeschool my kids on that day. I love being able to work doTERRA like this on a Sunday afternoon when I sit in a hotel room and my kids are watching a movie. Like, I absolutely love it. Why doTERRA? And we'll just go through a couple of these. doTERRA is the most trusted and most tested. 8.5 million customers. This number may have changed, actually, I want to say. Might be a little higher. Used by doctors and hospitals, also used by dentists, used by vets, largest essential oil company in the world. And our retention rate is high. And I feel that's important because we're not a fad. We're not a one and done. We provide education. We really want you to use your oils and make it a part of your life and your kids' life, and empower yourself as a mother and empower your children to grab an oil instead of whatever, whatever they might need. Like my son was on allergy medicine before we got into oils. Hauling buckets, what we do, very traditional, right? Or building your pipeline, building your team. doTERRA is really special in the way they build it. Their company is made for us to help each other along the way. You won't just sit at the top and just reap all the benefits. You have to build your pipeline and you have to help others. How do I make money? Simple, if we follow this diagram, right? We want to sample, we want to teach, enroll, and we always want to support. We never want to forget about anybody, and I feel like our team does a great job of that. We support with our Facebook group. We support with our continuing ed classes. Of course, the one-on-one classes are open to everyone. We support. If you need something, please let us know. We'll probably stop at your house and drop it off. Like, we love the part, that S of support. Income, there's a lot of income opportunities. This is just one graphic that shows, honey, go ahead, brother. So this is just one graphic that shows how you can earn money. And I won't go into detail. Son, go into the other room, sorry. So elite is your first rank that you actually make money, and then you just continue to go up on the scale. So I won't go into this, but this is kind of just an average income that you can earn monthly. Any testimony? Anyone want to share what residual income means? We're going to just take a little pause to talk about it. Residual income. What does that mean? Well, for me, I want to just say, like, for residual income, I like that, one thing, I went on vacation last year, obviously not this year, or well, it was the beginning of this year actually, before COVID hit. And I liked that I could be on a 2-week vacation. We were on a cruise. I had no Wi-Fi. We didn't purchase the Wi-Fi package. I was just hoping my girls and my team was doing great and everything, they're doing all the things of sharing and following up and things like that. That was one thing that I was like, wow, residual income is a real thing. I took a 2.5-week vacation and I came home to a doTERRA check sitting in my bank account. So that was nice. Not saying that you don't have to work. Of course you have to work, but you can take these little breaks and the residual income will happen and you'll still get paid for all your hard work, even though you took 2.5 weeks off. Okay, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back. All right. So how much time is involved? If you're basically just sharing and you want to just get your products paid for, you can work about 3 to 5 hours a week. And what that means, we would help you organize that, because you could think, okay, 3 to 5 hours, what do I do in that time? Of course, we would help you, right? And it's basically the graphic that was before, a couple slides before, how we sample, we share, or we educate, we enroll and support. That's really how we want you to map out your time. If you want to supplement your income, 10 to 15 hours. If you want to totally replace your income, it's about 15 to 30 plus hours. And this is where Liza's at, right? She does a lot of work for our team and for other people. And she's basically replaced her income, even though she does love the DOE. Could this work for me? Are you passionate about oils? Just a few questions. Do you care about people? Can you follow a system and get things done? I want to say our team does provide a great system. We don't want you to walk blindly. We really want you to know and educate you and help you along the way so you can be successful and attain your goals that you set for yourself. So the next step, identify what type of person you are, attend the Business Made Easy presentation, and get connected. So we do our business calls on Wednesdays, and we do have a builders Facebook group. So everybody's into our VIP group, but if you want to start building, we will, whoever is the girl who mentors you, the person who mentors you, will add you into our builders Facebook group. And then of course, you can get with that person and do a business guide overview, a builder's overview. And daily mentor calls is something that's really great. You can take a look at that with Elise Sedevi. There's a lot of resources on our builders group. And you got to see what kind of works for you. What works for me maybe not always works for Tani or works for Jan. So you have to make sure that what you're doing is really in your heart and it's working for you. And suddenly you just know it's time to start something new and trust the magic of beginnings. So that is it, guys. I just wanted to briefly go through that. If you really want to dive into the business or you're on the fence, maybe talk with the person that is mentoring you, and they'll dive in a little bit more. If you want to look at the compensation plan, that's also great. They'll help you with that. Or if you just want to chat and see like, could I really do this? It's always good to talk about it first. And like I said, it's not black and white, right? You got to see what fits you and your personality and your lifestyle. But we do have a little roadmap or some, I guess, like a little guide for you to follow so you don't feel like you're moving blindly through this business. But thanks so much for being on today. Really appreciate all of you being here, and the convention kit is still available. Wanted to say that one more time. And hopefully you got your convention tickets for next year. That went on sale. The last day was yesterday. And I believe that we have a class tomorrow, if anyone wants to invite to our 101 class. And Wednesday will be our next builders call. Okay, guys, have a great, great Sunday. Take care. Bye.
Thanks, Kanani. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.